An Merchant Distillery es joven, surgió en 2014, sin embargo, lleva en sus productos, en su sangre, su esencia, toda la experiencia del buen whisky escocés. Y eso se evidenció en la cata de esta noche del 13 de octubre, donde el Club Whisky Tampa, Impex, la distribuidora de licores en Estados Unidos, y Gaspar, la tienda también donde usted puede adquirir sus productos, tuvo como invitada a la manager de marketing y comunicaciones de esta destilería, Jenny Karlsson, demostrando una vez más que el buen whisky también tiene gente que la hace respetar y por supuesto se hace sentir.
One of our most beloved partners is Ardna Merkin, a newer distillery celebrating 10 years now. Yay! From the furthest west coast, the furthest western distillery in Scotland. And we're blessed to have Jenny Karlsson, one of the master blenders, the marketing guru, and I think she does some other things, the midge killer and the website person.
His money was all out as I'm sitting next to him in the car going, oh, for goodness sake, I have to do this.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, so we've had a lovely last several days together. I don't even know how many it's been now. But yeah, it's been long days, but good days. Raising a glass with good people, preaching the gospel of single malt Scotch whiskey, and it's great to be here in Tampa, my home, with the awesome folks from Whiskey Club Tampa, who have been lovely supporters. I can't thank you guys enough for the love you have of Scotch whiskey, #1, but also Impact Brands. Your love of what we do and helping get us out there. You're like our mini ambassadors and supporters, and I'm so perpetually grateful for you guys. So thank you. We need more Scotch drinkers in town, and thank you for coming so often.
Really very generous for letting us loose in their home. So I'm Jenny. I have an official title. I am the marketing communications manager for Ardna Merkin Distillery and Adelphi Independent Bottler. Now that sounds all grand and it sounds like I have a budget and all that. It doesn't work like that when you're working for a small distillery on the west coast of Scotland. We have a very small team and we wear many hats. I'm also one of the blenders for the distillery, so be kind. No, actually tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. And I don't actually do sales much anymore. I used to work for a distillery called Springbank in Campbelltown, and I was a sales manager there. I was at Kilkerran in Campbelltown, and did the sales. Yeah, so
yes.
And did
you
the
were
sales.
there.
I know. So I've been around for over 20 years in the Scotch industry, and I really love it. I did a degree in brewing and distilling in Edinburgh, and kind of thought I would be working in production. Ended up in Springbank in sales because I spoke French. And then, the rest is history, here I am. And so yeah, I joined Ardna Merkin during the pandemic, the lockdown, as part of the sort of innovation sustainability team. So we're really big on our sustainability. I'll talk a little bit about that later. Big on innovation, and again, I'll mention more about that as well later. But yeah, I have so much fun doing my job. But I also deal with wastewater, which is not as nice as the blending. So I deal with solutions to all the waste products and things that happens when you make whiskey as well. But look, I'm delighted to be in Florida. This is actually our first tour of Florida. It doesn't, when you're in Scotland and say you're going to do a whiskey tour in Florida, they'd be like, do they even drink Scotch? I'm a bit of a sort of social media stalker of these guys as well, like the Tampa whiskey boys and girls. I kind of just, I know you do, you're always, and the Drama Facebook group, there's a range of members out here as well. So I know there is an interest, and I'm really happy to be here in the early days where we can sort of start sharing the love. Like you said, you've just joined the Scotch interest, and you guys clearly have been doing it for a while. So I'm really glad to be here and share this evening with you.
And you got to see an alligator this morning.
OMG! and which I should have mentioned when you were nosing it, there is a bit of peat in here, but that's a very gentle, sort of subtle little sort of pat on the cheek.
The last warehouse was finally demolished in the 1960s, and it wasn't until 1993 that the name Adelphi was resurrected, but this time as an independent bottler of Scotch whisky. By 2007, we realised that we needed to bring back control not just of the quality or what was going out in bottle, but of the supply. And really the only way we could do that was by building a new distillery. The distillery is located in Glenbeg. You snake your way along the shores of Loch Summit, emerging from what is pretty much the oldest rainforest in Europe. There were two main reasons for choosing Ardnamurchan as a location. One of those was that it was mainly already under the same ownership as Adelphi, and the second was that due to its remoteness, the peninsula was set up to provide for itself in terms of heat and water. The remoteness of the location presented us with a unique set of challenges. There's a short ferry crossing, and then there's a single track road which narrows and keeps narrowing to in fact just 3.3 metres wide. And between this and the narrow bridges, we determined fairly quickly that the largest single piece of equipment, our mash tun, could only be 3.2 metres wide.
Yeah.
The construction team survived the weather, the remoteness, and of course the midges, and allowed us to begin production in July 2014.
With solar panels, we use hydroelectric sources, and we use our biomass boiler. And all of these combined means that Ardnamurchan whisky is made in an incredibly sustainable way.
Very serious.
The wood chip that we use in the biomass boiler is locally harvested, and there is a renewable forest growing nearby. We're also pioneers in the way we treat the byproducts that comes off when you're making whisky. The pot ale and the draft gets combined together and dehydrated into food pellets, which is used to feed the animals on the peninsula. And the spent lees gets put through a reed bed, and it becomes a neutral pH and can go back out into nature. All our malt comes from Scottish farms. This helps us be part of the wider Scottish circular economy.
We have 4 wooden wash backs and 3 stainless steel, and we use quite a long fermentation period. The majority of our warehouses have a dunnage floor. That's just earth. The earth regulates the temperature far better than any mechanical.
We're very strict on giving everybody has to follow that, but we are very, I mean, you saw the distillery, it's quite funny because I've seen it so many times now, but every time I see the shot of distillery from the warehouses, the side facing the warehouses is black. Like the building is supposed to be white, but it's black. And we've decided to stop cleaning it because the maturation of whiskey means there's going to be these moldy spores coming out all the time. There's no point in fighting it. So it's all black and it's white on the front. But yeah, so